All right, so you're sitting in that intro to sociology class, right? And you're wondering how you can take this passion for understanding society and turn it into a career that actually makes a difference. Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we are going to build that bridge from the classroom right into the community and show you how to become a true social architect. Let's jump in.
So, let's get a big question out of the way right from the start. You're probably thinking, is sociology just about big ideas? Complex theories from old books? Is it all just talk?
The answer? No way. Not even close. In fact, I want you to stop thinking of your sociology degree as just a history of ideas. Think of it as a practical blueprint, a toolkit really, for understanding and actively building a better world.
That's what we're talking about today, becoming a social architect. And specifically, we're going to dive into the career of a social and community service manager, a leader who actually designs real systemic change.
So what exactly is a social and community service manager, or an SCSM? Well, think of them as the ultimate translators. They are leaders who take everything you're learning about social structures, inequality, and group dynamics, and they translate it into real, funded, on-the-ground programs that help people who need it most.
Now, this is a really important difference to get. A social worker often works on the micro level. They're on the front lines helping one person, one family at a time, which is absolutely vital work. But the social architect, the SCSM, they work on the macro level. They're zooming out. They're not just helping one person, they are designing the entire system of support for the whole community. They're the ones planning the programs, finding the funding, and making sure it all actually works. So what does being a social architect look like day to day? What's actually in that daily blueprint? Let's take a look.
It's this really dynamic mix of skills. One minute you're planning a new program, and the next you're digging into data to prove that your existing programs are effective. You're a money person, managing budgets and writing grants. And you're a people person, leading a team and working with other organizations to make sure no one's efforts are wasted. It's a big job.
And at the very core of it all is this process. The community needs assessment. And listen, this is where your sociology degree just comes alive. You are literally using the social research methods you learn in class. You're analyzing demographics, you're mapping social networks, you're conducting surveys and focus groups, all to create an action plan that's based on evidence, not just good intentions. You're not guessing what the community needs, you're proving it with data.
Okay, let's talk about the real-world stuff. The professional landscape. What's the salary look like? Is the job secure? And what are the actual challenges you're going to face?
First up, the money. The median annual wage back in 2024 was over $78,000. Now, that is a solid, professional salary that really reflects the level of responsibility and skill this job demands.
But it's not quite that simple, because where you work really matters. A manager working for the local government could make over $100,000, but someone in the exact same role at a smaller nonprofit might earn closer to $75,000. And that's not about who's better at their job, it's about the structural differences in how public and nonprofit sectors get their funding.
The good news, though? Demand for these leaders is on the rise. A 6% projected growth rate means this career is actually more secure than a lot of other jobs out there. The need for well-run social services just keeps growing.
But it definitely comes with its challenges. And this quote really gets to the heart of the main ethical struggle. You have a limited budget, limited resources, but you're facing almost unlimited community needs. That means you have to make incredibly tough, high-stakes decisions about who gets help now and who has to wait. That's a heavy weight to carry.
So, with a challenge like that, what's the real payoff here? Why do people dedicate their entire careers to this? Well, it's all about the impact, the kind of stuff that goes way beyond a paycheck.
And this is it. This is the whole reason to do the job. The real satisfaction isn't just in giving somebody a temporary fix. It's about seeing real, lasting change. It's not about solving problems for people. It's about building systems that empower them to solve problems for themselves, to achieve self-sufficiency. That's the win.
So how do you get there? This is where we bring it all back home, right back to your major. Let's look at the specific advantage you have as a sociology student in preparing for this exact kind of leadership role.
Okay, this right here, this is the aha moment. Check out the direct line between the manager's tasks on the left and the sociology classes and methods on the right. That class on research methods, that's literally how you collect community data. Those theories you're debating in class, they become the real-world frameworks for your action plan. Your degree isn't just preparation, it's direct training. So what can you do starting right now as a freshman? First, do not sleep on your research methods and stats courses. Seriously, they're your superpowers in this field. Second, get your hands dirty. Go volunteer, find an internship, see how these organizations actually run. And finally, think about taking some electives in public administration or finance to round out that managerial toolkit.
When you combine that sociological imagination you're developing with these kinds of practical skills, you won't just be studying society. You'll be genuinely equipped to lead and change it. So the only question left is, as a social architect, what change will you design?